Looks like boyfriend, girlfriend there. His mommy is broadside right there behind him. And I found Wally. I can't see him from here. He's right straight through. He's laying against the gate into the other pen. But sunshine's starting to hit up on the hills. Irrigation will be in a couple hours. I'm a little slow this morning. Slow, tired, sore, whatever. I'm guessing that Ty's feeling better this morning because, well, let's put it this way. My coffee pot is done making coffee at 4 o'clock for a reason. I didn't get up for that. It was much later. But hey, I'm still done feeding before 6 o'clock, right? Before I got very far, I was still in the house, barely getting out of bed. Ty let the pups out. They went potty. She brought them back in. She was feeding them while I was getting my coffee. So they're locked up there so the big dogs could feed or eat. And I hope Blue has eaten, otherwise he's not going to get to. I figure where to put all the stuff that's in my way in here. And start putting that in and then figure how many more loads I'm going to want. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can put a whole bunch of hay in here. And I'm thinking there's one patch that's been dried up for quite a while. I'm thinking about just calling it straw. It'll go in little bales and use it for bedding. I dislike using grass hay as bedding because it packs different and makes a mess. Grass seed straw, for some reason, doesn't. I don't know if it's because it doesn't have the seed heads or what. But anyway, all that's got to come out of here. Everything over there's got to come out. Actually, I don't have to move everything on the other side there, but I do have to move that pile of straw and that bin. And there's 2 big bales of hay that we brought over when we were feeding big bales in the maternity pen. And this stuff all has to at least get set up or something. Time to run for my life. Irrigation's moved. Now it's time to move cows. I got one coming up on my other side. I dusted them. And they're still coming out of the feed barn. Found a long time ago the easiest way to do it is literally lead them out. Works great if there's 2 people. Good, that isn't too bad. A minute and they're almost here. That's because we were moving pretty fast. Oh, 241's not first, she's second. BJ's first, then 241, then a 241 daughter, 111J, big girl's kid, pretty girl coming there. I think that's the one Ty calls Blakely. She's just a funny hairdo. Then Dancer, that one I think is 612. And Boomer down there getting ready to cross the bridge, taking up last place like normal. That's one of Minnie's calves. Not a calf anymore though, right? Minnie somewhere. She may be where we can't see. I don't think she came out yet, but there we go. Happy cows. Funny thing is, about half of them have been kind of runny anyway. They'll be runny now. And I was going to show you this when I was moving pipe earlier. I mean, I've seen people cut this high for hay before. Well, if you're cutting it this high and you're watering it, or you're getting regular rains, yeah, you can get quite a few cuttings. Problem is, that's a lot of gallons of fuel for not a whole lot. There's Minnie Moo. What you think, old lady? Think you got lots of flies on you. Here comes Wally. Wally's been kind of scarce lately. He looks like he's walking pretty good. The other day he wasn't. What you think, Wally? Well, maybe we got him past that. He sure looked like he was walking good coming up. Don't see no snappy in the joint. So hopefully the other day was just kind of a fluke. It is what it is. And I am really surprised. See if I can do this. Cowboys group is all just outside their lot. I'm really surprised they're not either right over here against the fence or down there by the bridge against the fence. Yeah, Boomer the babysitter shows up with the last baby. Anyway, so it's warm. I haven't gotten anything done up there this morning. And thankfully, Becky and Ty drug the pipe in. And thankfully, I figured out the way they put it along the fence, which was right there. They put them in the order that they came in, basically, which worked out well, because it does make a difference, unfortunately, with old pipe. Some stick together good, some don't. And I got the irrigation going before I got them out here, because the last thing I needed was somebody to kick an empty pipe and knock it loose, even though it was half full of water from flushing it. And that's the mama whose baby was the last baby in here. The big dot on his head. Finally getting it wet down there. I got it slowed down a little bit, which is a catch-22, because once it starts pulling the hill, it doesn't necessarily have enough power. That's supposed to, you're supposed to have, what is it, 110 pounds at the turbine. We got just over 80 pounds where it's sitting. But with 80 pounds, she's launching it pretty good. And I'll get 3 settings back here. When it's in, I'll pull ahead as far as I can and angle off that way. And then I'll turn it. And we'll go that way, and I'll try to go around the corner. It's kind of a pain pulling them out and making any turns, because the hose will pull straighter and it'll try to tip the carriage over. But if you can get it out, you can follow whatever pattern you want, because once the hose is full, it stays pretty well put right where it's laying. So it goes down there kind of crooked, and it's going to follow. You can see the curve. It'll follow that curve. The hose will stay right there. So Anyway, get some water on that, because God knows we're going to have more hot days and there ain't much there. I mean, it's green along this edge from water in here, but sure ain't much green down below. Just got some air in the back tires on the balewagon. I came in here and sat down for a minute, and something was tickling my ear and my neck, and I was like, what the flock? I don't know if he come off the load and been crawling around on my hat or what, but he scared the shit out of me. That's the first one I've seen this year. And I want to say it was last year when I was raking a patch. I got one on video about 5 times, 6 times, maybe 7 times bigger than that one. That was on the hood of the big Massey. He'd disappear and come back. Anyway, I'm going to kick him outside. He don't need to be in here. There's nothing in here for him. So, pretty cool, eh? Look, it's empty. Yeah, need to come back here with a skid steer and pick those up. The two of them together are too damn heavy to pick up, and chaff gets underneath the whole works. And I don't know what it was supposed to look like factory. I just know that it's been redone and it works good the way it is. It's just that it packs up. Second table was redone too, and as slick as it is, I may put some key stock or something across in a couple spots, but you don't want too much or nothing works right. And they literally all just came in the last probably 10 minutes. Well, maybe a little longer. But I see Cowboys group is still out, at least part of them, because I see one down by the pump site. And that's working its way across about the right speed. I got everything I can move with the pallet works out of the way in the other barn. So that much is done. Crammed here, crammed there, some sitting outside. But I got a funky pile of small bale straws that got to get moved, and some other, and then set everything ahead. Give myself something to set the hay against. Oh, I need to remind Ty and Becky to watch it if they walk on that too. Maybe I'll remember that later. So anyway, I got way too much this morning, so I didn't get nothing for you this afternoon. Except you get to see the boys. Hi guys, are we hungry? Do we want dinner? Oh yeah, and one thing I didn't do, usually when we lay this in here, the bottom tier will be on edge, but then the one we walk on is flat, and the one underneath it will be flat, which gets us down where they can't reach it quite as easily. But if they reach it, it ain't the first time. So hope y'all had a great Friday. I tried checking with Tom earlier, but he didn't answer his phone. And, I know I'm not the only one he's doing stuff for. He's got to do stuff for his boss too. And I know he was working on, I think it started Monday or Tuesday, air conditioning systems. And he had, I don't know how many buildings his boss owns. Hell of a nice guy. You'd never know that you don't have to Forest Grove. Anyway, the last one he's working on, and the one that's giving him the most fits, is the office in the cabinet shop, which is right the same place he's at with the machine shop. And he says everything's dirty. No kidding. And he says, I haven't found anything yet. It's just not working. And he knows his way around that stuff. So, if anybody's going to find it, he's going to find it. I told him, cross your fingers, maybe it's just too freaking dirty. So, anyway, he is most likely not there now. And he shuts his work phone off when he leaves work. normally, unless he's expecting something. And I haven't heard from him, so I'm going to assume he didn't get it done. I talked to him yesterday. The only thing he had left was, well, I shouldn't say the only thing, but he said he had it set up to cut the snap ring groove in the barrel. I don't know what he had to finish besides that. He had the snap ring and he had the barrel in the lathe. The nice thing is, my stuff's in the lathe and he don't take things out to do other stuff. So until that's done, he's not going to put anything else in it. So anyway, I'm going to feed them and go in. And by the way, 84 degrees is what they said for today. It's currently 94 degrees. And after all the chemtrails darkened everything up for a little while, that slowed the temp down a little bit. But they all blew to the east. So I'm sure it's going to get a little warmer. So I hope your Friday was good. Hope everybody has a great Saturday. Thanks for watching.